Is it possible for a facehugger to impregnate another xenomorph? Before we look into this question, we need to explore various types of xenomorph strains. The xenomorph is seen as the perfect organism. Through adaptation and survival traits at a genetic level, its body temperature matches the same level as its surroundings, allowing it to survive in almost any environment. From its hard skeletal body, which acts as light body armor, it can withstand light firearms. If the xenomorph would sustain any injury, it doesn't mean that it is any closer to losing a battle. Because its acid blood has been known to spill over its enemies and burn their flesh away, their blood is so strong that it can melt through metallic materials. This creature is known to have no remorse, no sense of morality. It simply wants to survive, or to expand its ever-growing brood. The various forms we have come across are all dependent on their host. A xenomorph will acquire some physical traits on who the host is. A human host will result in a standard drone. This one has been seen in most films, video games, and novels. It is the one we are most familiar with. However, the comic books have been known to change its appearance over time. Some of these would be based on the artist or writer having their own vision of the alien's biology. A predator host would give us the Pred Alien. However, its design has changed slightly over the different sources. In some cases, it appeared as a fleshy Pred Alien, but its build has been either bulky or slender, depending on the material source, while in other versions, it would have the standard skeletal frame, along with spiky features on its tail. The dreadlocks and mandibles would be a trait passed down by the predator. There's been some cases where a facehugger impregnates various other life forms, like birds, rhinos, elephants, snakes, and more. Most of the xenomorphs we've seen throughout different sources have had a general similarity, but with minor differences. But what extreme species have we seen? Well, in the film Prometheus, the trilobite creature acted just like a normal facehugger, although it was a lot bigger. The host chosen for this story was an engineer, which led to the creation of the Deacon Alien. The comic book about Batman vs. Aliens did contain a crocodile alien. Compared to the many other variants of the xenomorph, this alien type was pretty big. The second comic book about Batman Aliens 2 also had another variation of a crocodile alien, but this one was created by using Killer Croc as a host. Both of these crocodile aliens were defeated by Batman fairly quickly. If we look at the comic book story called Aliens Apocalypse, The Destroying Angels, it's a story about how xenomorphs were around for billions of years. The xenomorphs were at war with another alien species. They resembled the space jockey in some way, and for a long time they were taking control of the galaxy, but they were wiped out by the xenomorph at some time, except for one of them, which was left in catatonic suspension. They were on the verge of extinction, so this one tried to outlast the xenomorphs this way. In one scene, a synthetic named Ball takes an alien egg to impregnate a being that survived all this time. It gives birth to the largest xenomorph ever seen. This creature is massive, and it attacked other aliens. It wasn't defeated by the humans. They just escaped in a ship while it was left behind. So now that we've seen different xenomorph types, let's get back to the main question. Can a facehugger impregnate another xenomorph? One very rare case where I've seen this is in the comic book about Aliens vs. Predator, Deadliest of the Species. There were 12 issues from 1993 until 1995. The story was very long, but also very confusing. The story includes many characters, but the focus is on Karen Delacroix. She's been genetically engineered with specific physical, psychological, and emotional parameters to be a trophy wife to Lucien Delacroix. For the longest time, she's had dreams from a life she never experienced herself. She sees a predator that is always stalking her, saying the name Ash Parnell. Karen would live aboard the Skyliner, a floating ship that remains in the sky. The skies were the safest place for them. This takes place after Earth has been liberated from the xenomorphs. The central mainframe is monitored and controlled by Toy. He's basically the artificial intelligence to everything he can connect to. Karen would later track down the predator, knowing it's linked to her past in some way. By using its biomask and voice commands, an internal hologram is shown. It leads her to the predator. We are then shown the predator that is hunting Karen. It's been captured when it hunted Karen in Central America. Plans are being arranged to transfer this creature to another research lab. It's also revealed this predator is female. Karen would locate the female predator, and a gunfight ensues during her escape. They locate the predator's ship and take to the stars. She places the female predator into a pod, letting her rest to heal her injuries. Aboard the predator's ship, Karen finds a separate room. She finds a picture and clothing that could belong to someone else. Karen remains in the room, trying to piece together what her dreams and memories could mean. She feels lost, trying to find an answer. This is also when Karen decides to call the female predator Big Mama. Professor Bobby DeMatteis would then use Willem, the son of Lucien Delacroix, as a host for a new type of queen alien. They were partners once, but after they hit a roadblock with producing alien drones, they now require a queen. Willem suddenly wakes up, thinking it was just a dream, but little does he know he is part of a grand scheme. Later in the story, Karen gets captured by men in a bar. They try to change her appearance and sell her for profit, but she escapes and later tracks down the Queen Mother alien who has captured Maria and Big Mama. Karen ends up sacrificing herself. In order to save Maria and Big Mama, she becomes a royal host. This bargain means a lot to the Queen Mother because this egg is the last one in her possession. Karen thinks the Queen Mother will be their protector as long as she carries the embryo within her. She explains that Bobby DeMatteis was a xenogeneticist. He wanted to use eugenics to create specialized subjects of humanity, the perfect spaceman, the ultimate warrior, adaptable to any climate and condition. Some time later, the surviving humans that sided with Karen would get trained by Big Mama and become worthy to wear predator armor and weaponry. The reason Big Mama wanted revenge was because her children were stolen from her. Along with the Queen Mother alien, all three species worked together for one goal, to find Bobby DeMatteis and stop his plans. And as for the Queen Mother, it's revealed that her other eggs were also stolen. As they return to the Skyliner, the entire place has turned into an alien nest. They locate Lucien Delacroix, who is now hooked up to a cellular skull lab. He is now connected to the mainframe, which is Toy. They are then attacked by these white alien creatures, something very new to them, but they also show intelligence in using human weapons and communicating through speech. When this encounter is over, the embryo within Karen Delacroix starts to emerge. Before she expires, Karen learns that the true enemy is Toy, the AI who is now corrupted. Karen's past is then explained in full. Another version of herself was with Lucien on an expedition a very long time ago. They were searching for treasure, but instead they found Toy, a revolutionary interactive computer system. But within, they also encountered a Queen Mother. Karen would get injured and scream for help from Lucien. Knowing that he could not save her, he decided to leave behind the person he loved and run away with his prize. Toy would later become the foundation of Lucien's fortune, starting out with games, movies, and then virtual reality. Bobby DeMatteis later gets taken out by the Queen Mother, who escapes captivity. She runs off with one last egg, but they are all captured later on by something else. After Toy became corrupted, he surpassed Bobby DeMatteis' dreams. With no safeguard to hold Toy back, he created the white hybrid aliens and their king. He spoke with the voice of Willem Delacroix. These hybrids were a brutal synthesis of human, predator, and alien. They were cunning, intelligent, and ferocious, the comprehension of the ultimate warrior. The alien that came out of Karen Delacroix's body would show up to battle the white hybrid king. This new alien teams up with Big Mama, and together they fight against the white hybrid king. The Queen Mother, who has been impregnated, awakens and pulls off the facehugger. Knowing she is doomed, she makes one final effort in helping the others. She holds the white hybrid king from behind. As the chestburster emerges, it exits her body and goes through the king as well. Both of them are eliminated, and the chestburster is destroyed by Big Mama. Karen would then get revived as Ash Parnell. Lucien Delacroix is destroyed, which cuts off his connection to Toy. The survivors go their separate ways, and the story ends. So there's your answer. Xenomorphs can become a host to facehuggers, but we can only imagine what its full-grown form would have looked like. The character named Ash Parnell was from the story Aliens Renegade. It was listed as a prequel to Aliens vs. Predator, Deadliest of the Species. However, it was only featured in a UK magazine for 2 issues in 1993 and 1994, and since then, it was never reprinted again, so that story is very hard to acquire. If you enjoyed this video, then leave a like on it. To see more content like this, you can subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. If there's a specific topic you want me to look at, just leave it in the comments section. Thanks for watching. My name is Acid Glow, and I'll see you next time. And remember, in space, no one can hear you scream.
Is someone there?